For tuning in to session 8 of our series on freedom from fear. And today we're going to go back into the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6. Chapter 6 of Matthew is so great. It's really part of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount and really trying to help us, his people then and his people now, to overcome our fears by understanding that we are not to worry. That's the key of this verse today. Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow has enough worries of its own. And so that is something that Jesus is telling us, that part of the things we fear is the things we worry about, that we really have to trust God for, that the things that happen tomorrow, we don't know. We have today to deal with, and even the challenges of today and the temptations to fear about things today are all in God's hands. And so when Jesus is telling us, do not worry, or it's really meant for us to realize that it's a choice, because he wouldn't tell us not to do it if we weren't capable of fulfilling it in him. But see, he does tell us over and over that we need to draw from his power and his strength. And I love that there's a verse in the Bible in Philippians which says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So we can't just do all things. We have to rely on him as our power source, that his spirit living in us can help us overcome our fears and our temptations to worry about things that God already tells us he is in control of, because he is sovereign, and his sovereignty tells us that he can shift anything according to his will and plan as we allow him to. And we trust him to work out whatever we're facing for our own good, even the challenging times. And so we will be faced with trouble and persecution. He tells us that. Jesus says it straight up, that if you're going to choose to be a follower of me, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be good, because only good things does God have in store for them that fear him, that love him, that desire him. And the fear of God is very different than the fear we're talking about today. And we'll unpack that in another session. But for God to tell us not to worry, we need to listen and obey, because that's the best way to live, is to trust him and obey him and believe, and that his word is true, and that he wouldn't tell us to do it if he didn't give us what we needed to be able to be successful in it. So I hope you're encouraged today, and I look forward to seeing you next time on our Freedom from Fear series. Thanks.